Alyson Hannigan.
Welcome to Fool Us, where we pull out the world's best magicians like a magician pulls a rabbit out of a hat. Wait, that analogy was a little too on the nose. I'll figure out a better one later. For now, please welcome the Penn and Teller of magic, Penn and Teller! Performers successfully fool our two titans of magic, they win a slot performing in Penn and Teller's world-famous show. Let's meet our first potential fooler.
My name is Riccardo Berdini. I'm from Italy. That's why I'm so full of life. During my childhood, I was obsessed with music. I started to be a successful musical theater actor. I played roles like Jean Valjean in Les Mis, which gave me the award as best musical performer in Italy. I was always attracted to magic, but I started to be a professional magician just recently in the past 2-3 years, combining magic and music together. That's where I want to focus my way of being a magician. It's beautiful to see how music can influence our emotions, our decisions, our choices. It's incredible.
Riccardo Berdini.
Thank you very much. Today, I'm gonna try to demonstrate you the incredible connection between magic and music, attempting an experiment in memory and forgetting. Alyson, how is your memory?
I forgot.
A big round of applause for Alyson! Okay, nice to meet you, nice to meet you. I got a simple question for you.
Okay.
Are you able to hold two thoughts at the same time?
Sometimes.
I knew that.
Yeah.
I knew that. Okay, perfect. I'm going to show you two words, and you have to try your hardest to remember them. Okay? And then, with the magical power of music and my Italian accent, I'm going to delete them from your mind and replace them with something else.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
One thing, it's very important, please, do not say anything out loud. Okay? The same for you, guys. Please, don't say any word, no matter what you're going to see. All right? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first word. Penn and Teller, can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. Alyson, look at this word. Lock it in your mind. You got it? Okay, perfect. Wow, very good. I'm proud of you. Okay, and this is the second word. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Perfect. Alyson, look at the word, remember, remember it. Okay? Perfect. Wow, much better than I expected. Okay, you know, guys, the history of humankind is full of amazing tales and stories, combining together magic and music. For example, the word enchantment itself derives from the Latin word cantare, which means to sing. And that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna cast a spell, Alyson, enchanting you, singing a song. Do you feel anything? How do you feel? You can talk right now. You can talk.
It's lovely.
Oh, thank you. Do you think I affected you somehow?
I mean, it was a lovely song.
Okay. Well, let's see what happened. Okay, Alyson, for the first time, can you please tell us the first word that I showed you?
Forgotten.
Forgotten. Have you forgotten?
Forgotten was the word.
Oh, forgotten was the word. Oh, interesting. And what's the second word that I showed you? That was easy to remember, right?
Right.
Okay, what was the word?
The second word?
The second word, yeah.
Riccardo.
Yes. What?
Was the second word.
Oh, the second word was Riccardo. Oh, cool, yeah. You know, I like to leave a signature when I go into the mind of someone else. Yes, okay, Alyson, I gotta tell you something.
Yeah.
The two words that I show you were not forgotten and Riccardo.
No.
Okay, Penn, please, can you tell us, what was the first word that you saw?
Enchantment.
Enchantment. People in the audience, is that the word that you see? And Penn, what was the second word that you saw?
Remember.
Remember. Is that a word that you saw? Guys in the audience? Well, Alyson, it looked like somehow I changed your memory. Ladies and gentlemen, the enchantment worked. Wait a second, Alyson. I don't want to leave it like this, okay? I have to delete the enchantment, okay? Look at me. How do you feel? The same as before, right? Nothing's changed.
Okay.
You think so? What are you reading now?
Enchantment.
And?
Remember.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. A big round of applause for Alyson. Thank you very much. Thank you, Penn Teller, for allowing me to be here. It was a pleasure. Thank you.
Well, all right, you know. Now I'm confused, but there you go. Let them talk.
But you're free from the spell, so
Oh,
now you
thank you.
can be yourself again, okay?
Thank you so much. So how did you get into magic or mind games? What did you do to me?
Think about music. Music is a mystery. Music is something that we still don't understand. I mean, music can really affect our emotions, our feelings, our thoughts sometimes. So it's magical. If you think about it, music is the real magic of life. But I love magic so much. And slowly, magic started to be not only a hobby, it started to be a side job, and now it's almost my main job.
All right, well, let's see if Penn and Teller love you.
Well, of everyone we've had on this show, you're the one who seems to need magic the least to get partners. Why would you bother with magic? You're Italian. You get everything else going for you. I mean, it makes everybody else on the show look like they're 99 monkeys, and then the 100th monkey comes out and just kills us being Italian, good-looking, well-dressed, and playing guitar. You've got everything. Everything.
You got it.
Yeah.
Wait, so that's how he did it?
And you know something? You also do really good magic.
Oh,
It's also really good.
thank you very much.
All right, so I think you have a date with Penn later.
Yeah.
But
Well, I
maybe
would like
no
to.
trophy. Thank you so much. You didn't get a trophy, but you charmed them. Riccardo Berdini!
Call me.
What a great way to start the show. We've got more magic in store, including a trick from the masters of magic, Penn and Teller. Welcome back to Fool Us. When we put our shows together, we don't just grab any clown off the street. No, we grab a clown from the Russian circus. Take a look.
I grew up in a Russian circus. I originally was performing as an acrobat and then kind of transitioned into clowning because acrobatics is way too dangerous, had way too many injuries. The European Russian style of miming and clowning, it's very theatrical. You need to have a lot of different skills, whether it's acrobatics and flexibility and juggling and balancing and miming, obviously. When I first got into magic, I realized that some of the most simplest magic tricks in the world, like the sponge ball one, gets such huge reactions. To me, that is what magic is about. It's not necessarily something super technical. It's that reaction you get from people, the smiles, the laughs. That's what it's about.
Please welcome the magic of Jan Markson.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You know what? I'm just so happy to be here. Wow, I look good on TV. You know what? I wasn't always a magician. It took me a while to get here. You see, when I grew up in the Russian circus, both of my parents were famous clowns. So I knew that I had really big shoes to fill. Now, Yeah, you know, they wanted me to be a juggler, but I didn't have the balls. So instead, I decided to become a magician. Now, it's not easy to be a magician. There's lots of secrets. But luckily, these days, there's an app for that. This app right here called Auto Magic. Yeah, it does all the magic for you. It does all the instructions. You get the magic in the mail. So, you know, I'm all set to go. You guys want to try one out? Yeah? All right. Let's see this one. This one here, Master Mind Reader. Ooh. Let's see how it goes.
Hello. Thank you for trying Auto Magic,
You're welcome.
the world's first artificial intelligence app for magicians.
It's intelligent.
Perfect for magicians with low intelligence.
That's right.
For this trick, you will need random country names in a bag,
Got it?
a chalkboard,
Yep.
and a volunteer.
Okay, well, you know what? There's no one better to perform magic with than Alyson Hannigan herself. Give her a big warm welcome. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Come a little closer. All right, so let's see what we got to do, right? There's a little bit of instructions here.
Next, ask the volunteer to randomly select a country from the bag.
Okay, that's easy. You know what? Why don't you grab a couple? Grab a couple, read them out to make sure that they're all different. Go ahead.
Okay. Canada.
That's where I'm from.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right then.
What's the other one?
Oh,
Sweden.
well, misspelled.
Sweden. Yeah.
Okay.
This company is strange, you know. They
Right.
don't, yeah.
Yes.
It's a Canadian spelling, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. Would you fold these up for me, please?
Yes.
And just throw them back in. Yeah? So we're gonna give it a little shake.
Okay.
That's for me. Gonna shake it up over here. Go ahead, reach in. This time, make sure you don't read it out. Don't let me see what it is. Just keep it in your mind, all right? You have a country?
Yes.
You know what it is, right?
Yes.
All right. So I'm gonna try to figure out what you're thinking, all right? Now, it's not easy, but luckily there's these instructions here, so.
Next. Now this is where the magic happens.
All right.
It's easy.
Good.
Grab the chalkboard and write down Egypt.
Okay, wait. What? Really? Egypt?
Yes, Egypt.
All right. Wow, that is easy.
With a Y.
Right.
Next, it's time to ask your volunteer to reveal the country they are thinking of.
Okay, now, Alyson, you did not tell me what you're thinking of. Obviously, it's just in your mind. So for the first time, can you please tell everybody, what is the country that you thought of in your mind?
France.
I'm sorry, what?
France.
Oh, you know what? That is exactly what I was thinking. You know, France. Je m'appelle en français. Oui, oui, oui. France. Alyson? Yes? Wow! Yay! Thank you. You know what? Give Alyson a big round of applause. Thank you, Alyson. Thank you so much.
Go back to
Put it right here. You know what? The great thing about this app is that there's so many other magic tricks we can do. Let's see. I brought all this right here. Some other props. Let's try this one here. Yes. Okay.
Thank you for trying
Oh, we know this
Auto
one. I'm
Magic.
gonna skip this. a
The
little bit.
world's perfect for magicians with low intelligence.
For this trick, you will need 2 props.
Okay.
One is a square of thin blue fabric.
And second, a yellow bandana. Pick up the bandana. Now, fold the bandana in half. That's right, fold it in half. Now, fold it one more time. Take the folded bandana and hide it in your left hand. Remember to keep your hand in a natural position. This is called palming. Now that you've mastered palming, open up the folded bandana. Show the audience that it's a regular bandana by waving it up and down. If an audience member doesn't believe it's a normal bandana, allow him to wipe his face on it. Now pick up the square piece of fabric and gather the 4 corners together, making a little makeshift bag. Using your free hand, fold the bandana along the creases you've made earlier. And and drop it into the folds of that makeshift bag. From the outside of the makeshift bag, squeeze the bandana into a small little ball. What the audience didn't see is that you never put the bandana in the fabric at all. You really kept it hidden in your left hand. Remember palming? Again, remember to keep your left hand held naturally. Just relax and look natural. And for the grand finish, flip open the fabric and receive your well-deserved applause.
I feel happy.
Thank you.
So, both your parents are clowns.
That's right.
That's so exciting.
Yeah.
Did you go through that phase where you're like embarrassed by them, or did you just embrace it?
No, I didn't know any different. You know, I grew up in a circus, so
That
I
is-
thought that is normal. I thought these guys are weird.
So, what other skills did you learn in the circus?
Skills, I could walk on a tightrope. I could walk on my hands.
That's great.
I started off being a clown, doing acrobatics as well, had way too many injuries, and realized that there's a better way to entertain people without having to break your bones.
Do you do a backflip in every performance?
No,
or
no, no.
Just special
I
for us?
actually just kind of thought of that this morning. Just might as well do a backflip. And then when I dropped that banana, I was a little bit worried about the backflip. I was like,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we've all heard about the banana peel.
yes, that's right. Although that wasn't the peel.
Terribly wrong.
What people don't know is it's actually the banana that's more slippery than the peel itself.
Oh, well,
Fun fact.
see? All right, well, let's check in with our two clowns. Penn Teller.
One of the things that's wonderful about sitting here and watching these acts is seeing classic bits being done. So we are familiar with Tom Ogden's version of Banana Bandana. Wonderful to bring it up to date with an app and everything. It was great at the top with the countries to see a clear bag for a change. But I have an idea for you. I think you should go back and petition the producers and say to the producers that you think that not only should we be able to explain every little thing in little bits of code words and so on, but if we really know what trick is done, we should be able to come up there and do it. And then you just stand over to the side, watch us do the France thing, watch us do the banana bandana, and then both watch us break our asses as we tried the backflip. That's what I think you should go for. It was such a great act, man. I loved it.
Thank you.
So you're gonna take their advice and make them do a backflip?
As much as I'd like to see that, I don't want them injured, so I think...
How kind of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
But you do know that they figured out how you did the trick?
Yes. Yes, of course.
Okay, well,
Wonderful.
thank you for
Thank you
being
very much.
so
Wonderful.
entertaining.
Thank you, Alyson. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. More magic coming up, including an amazing performance by Penn and Teller. Welcome back to Fool Us. Our next magician comes to us from Prague, so let's check him out.
I'm Ondřej. I come from Prague, Czech Republic. And Prague is a very magical city, and since I love magic, it's a perfect match. We have a kind of nice magic community back in Czech Republic. But because of communism, we stopped for about 30 years or so. I'm trying to bring world-class magicians to Prague because the close contact, that's what teaches you the most. The ultimate question is, am I going to fool Penn and Teller? No, I'm not. I'm gonna try something else.
Our next performer's name is so hard to pronounce, I'm going to introduce him as though I were Teller.
Good evening. Almost every card trick in the world starts with pick a card and ends with
Is this your card? And Penn and Teller have seen every one of those. So I set out on a search around the world, looking for someone who could help me and give me a fighting chance of fooling Penn and Teller here tonight. After many months, I finally found my guru. Hidden away in the Carpathian Mountains, who shared an ancient secret of magic with me, so complex, I confessed I could not master it. But he whispered to me there was one person alive who could. Alyson Hannigan. Alyson, would you please join me? And Penn, you too. Right here, please.
I can't even say your name, and
Pleasure to meet you. I'm Ondřej.
I know. Hi.
Penn,
Hello, sir. How are you?
Thank
Nice
you
to
for
meet you.
helping. Would you please shuffle the cards?
I'll give it a try.
Well, of course, the cards can be marked, so I'm going to be looking away for the entire selection procedure.
Okay.
And while I get lost in Alyson's eyes, Pendulette, sir, please pick a card, but don't show it to anybody. Make sure you are the only one who sees it.
I will.
But memorize the card. Also confirm that all the cards are different. Yes?
Yes, they are.
Put the card back. And immediately shuffle the cards.
Okay.
Alyson, it was a pleasure. I'll look back now. Penn, are you happy?
Oh, yeah, I'm doing all right.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Well, as I said, it is impossible for me to find the card. But Alyson can do it. Would you please come here and put on these headphones and perform the secret card trick of Carpathia.
Okay, let's do it. Magic. Magic. Penn, what was your card?
The 8 of Hearts.
Give it up for Alyson Hannigan. And thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Ondřej Pšenička.
Do you think you fooled them?
Here's hoping. I think the flare of the ring flying off
No,
that was
great.
pretty
That was
awesome,
great.
right?
That
You know.
was unexpected.
Yes. You seem to have a unique approach to your performances.
Oh, yes. You know, I really feel that a lot of magicians, they just steal the focus on them. Look what I can do, you know, look how I can accomplish this. But I really like when that goes to the audience, to the spectator. So look what you can do, Alyson. That was fantastic. Wasn't she fantastic, by the way?
Aw, thank you. Well, let's see if Penn and Teller were impressed. Penn, Teller.
Well, we don't want to misgive credit. You're just the vehicle here. You're just some mountaintop guru that we're dealing with. And then to Alyson, you're barely a catalyst on this. I don't even know why I'm looking at you. But your guru was very aware of the fact the person on stage has so many things to do, they can't watch that carefully. Your guru also knew that probably if you picked me for this, that I would know whether I had a free choice or not. And I do think I had a free choice. And if I didn't, you win. I also think those cards are beautiful. You know, we've looked at all kinds of cards, and that's a beautiful deck with a little. Are they butterflies or is it a Rorschach test? And actually, my mother being attacked by a polar bear. Were those butterflies in the back? Very pretty deck. I only got to look at it for a moment or two. You got to look at it a lot. I think looking at that deck is a great deal of fun for you. And for Alyson, I think that the headset really helped you key in to what you were going to do on that trick, didn't it?
Maybe.
I don't want to give you any credit because it was Alyson, but Alyson, you did a wonderful, wonderful trick, and I think with what I've said, you didn't fool us. What do you think?
Could you just clarify what exactly did I see when you
Yes, we can. Do you want to just tell them in a couple words? When the going gets tough, Penn and Teller become Teller.
All right. I don't know why Teller's ignoring me in this. I mean, it is my trick, but okay. Fine.
Well, now we're going to discuss again.
Oh, do you think I fooled him?
You may have, actually.
Who gets the trophy?
We have to sketch out what we think it is.
Okay.
It's a little bit too hard to do it this way, but we think we sketched it out here.
Does it involve the ring?
No, it does not involve the ring.
Because I thought that was pretty flashy.
But Alyson,
Just might sneak another one by them before the night is over. Stay with us. Welcome back. One Foolish trophy has already been awarded, and we might give out another one to this next magician. Take a look.
Hi, I'm Glenn Morphew. I'm from Orland Park, Illinois, back when I grew up. My brother brought a friend home, and he says, Joe does magic. Would you guys like to see some magic? He did probably 6, 7 tricks, really good ones, pretty much in a trance. I walked to my bedroom, got all the money I had to my name, which was $26. So I said, this is all the money I have in the world. Would you please buy me whatever I need to be able to learn how to do the kind of things that you were doing? So that was the beginning of it. I'd do my homework after school, then I'd be out, Mom, Dad, pick a card, you know, so I'd drive them crazy. The trick I'm going to perform tonight is a classic with an updated handling and updated presentation, and I'm really looking forward to performing it.
The deep dish magic of Chicago's Glenn Morphew.
Alyson, could you do me a favor? Come on over here. I'm going to need your help for a second. What I need you to do is just write your name nice and big right across the middle of each of these cards. And it's important. I'll tell you why in a second.
Okay.
I'm exhausted. I've been spending every waking moment, and a lot of moments I should have been sleeping. I'm studying Dr. Sheldon Cooper's work on Einstein's theory of relativity as it relates to teleportation, wormholes, black holes, mind power, and optical physics. And I have to tell you, this science stuff is complicated. So I'm thinking, rather than discuss it, I'm going to demonstrate some of the things that I've learned. So the first thing that's important is that I want you to see that there's nothing in my pocket, okay? And I had Alyson sign these cards because it's important that science experiments are done under test conditions. So here's the cards that we're going to use. We have the ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 6 of hearts. So the experiment is basically this. The cards are going to teleport one at a time from my hand to my pocket. So right now the ace is here. In a second, it's going to be over here. So under the cover of darkness, the ace goes. So now I just have the 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 6. Now, for those of you that aren't that familiar with teleportation, basically here's what happens. The ace had to dematerialize into its atomic constituents when it was over here. Then it rematerialized over here in my previously to be shown empty pocket. I know. I'm thinking, as cool as that is, can you imagine when people can do this? I mean, let's say, for example, I'm the two. I could be in Vegas 1 second, the next second I could be over here in, let's call it Hawaii. Aloha. We're going to do something entirely different with the 3. I'm going to take the 3 and I'm going to trap it right here against my thigh, because then I could work it right through a wormhole in my pants. Now this just leaves me with the 4, the 5, and the 6. Now I'll be honest, it's a lot easier for me to find these wormholes when I'm wearing my silk loungewear. But hey, here's proof you could find wormholes in wool. All right, starting to get interesting. We've got 3 down, 3 to go. Now I'm going to demonstrate optical physics, and there's a good chance I'm the only guy you'll ever meet that could demonstrate this. Because what I have to do is move my arm back and forth so fast, it just looks like it's moving super slow. That's what most people do. They tend not to believe me, which kind of ticks me off. But people start to believe once they see I just have the 5 and the 6 left. See, what they fail to realize is while they were sitting there thinking, yeah, right, this guy's full of bullshit, they missed the moment when faster than the human eye can follow, I slipped the 4 into my pocket. Now I'm going to demonstrate telepathic teleportation, even though it wears me out. I have to concentrate, focus, visualize. Yes. And I send the 5. Now, in this case, I didn't send the 5 to the right front pocket. I figured I'd send it to the left rear pocket because, hey, I've got a vivid imagination. Now, when I clap, I send the 6 to a black hole somewhere in the universe that's gone forever but not forgotten. And I'll be honest, I sent the 6 by clapping because I figured, hey, when you get to witness teleportation, wormholes, black holes, mind power, and optical physics, you should clap. If not for me, certainly for Dr. Cooper and Dr. Einstein, because without those 2 guys, I wouldn't have been able to show you any of this. Thank you.
I don't know how you did that. I wonder if they do. How long have you been doing this?
This particular trick, I put together about 2.5 years ago.
Wow. And then when you get the call, like, okay, you're coming on the show, did you immediately know you wanted to do this trick?
Yeah. Yeah, this is one, it's a classic. It used to be, as a magician in the 1900s up to the 1930s, 40s, everybody did this trick. Mm-hmm. And how you were judged was how well you did the trick.
I mean, obviously you say it's that old, so they've clearly seen it before.
They've seen versions of it.
Right.
They haven't seen this one.
So good. All right. Well, let's see what they think. Boys?
The idea of a tough guy who's also a learned gentleman is just a wonderful thing to see on stage. Just a beautiful character, and the way you carry it is just gorgeous. It's a classic of magic, cards to pocket, which we've seen a zillion times, but you had the cards signed. You had Alyson sign each and every card, which gives the impression she examined them, you know, because she signs them. You know, she signs them, makes it all on the up and up. And then the routine, we've been going through it and dissecting it with notes and notes and notes. You do our favorite thing in magic, the thing that has to be done in magic, which is you're repeating the exact same thing over and over again, and you never do it the same way twice. So every time you do the next trick, it cancels out the trick before. You're always canceling. Obviously, to everybody, there's palming going on in this, but it is such good palming, and always when the people think it's not. Every time we think you got it palmed, you're flashing that you're not. It's in very sneaky places. No one saw that. Wonderful, wonderful sleight of hand. Sometimes one card is going in the pocket, sometimes 2. Sometimes you have cards here that look like more than they are, but it moves across and cancels it. We think, with all those steps, we think we kind of sort of followed it, but boy, did we love it. It was just great in every step.
So, are you convinced that they know all your tricks?
Well, I think they've been studying Dr. Sheldon Cooper's work, too.
Ladies and gentlemen, Glenn Morphew!
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Back with the best magic on TV. More Fool Us after this. Performing thousands of tricks in front of millions of people, and they show no signs of slowing down. Here to close out tonight's show, Penn and Teller!
There's a Russian saying, which is think it, don't say it, don't write it, don't be surprised. And that's used a lot in computer hacking. If you have a computer password, do not write it down. There's a piece of paper in this bottle. We need someone in the audience, no kidding, who's willing to give up his or her real computer password, a real computer password that they've used. Not a jive one, not a silly one, but a real computer password. Okay, you're willing to give up your real password? Come up here, yeah, right up here. You fool. Right up here, yeah, right. If I knew your name, there's some sort of social phishing I could do. So I'm not going to use your name. I'm going to call you Edward Snowden, okay? Right over here, Snowden. Now, you see there's a piece of paper in that bottle. You can see one or two characters on it, but you can't read the whole thing. That seems pretty safe. It seems like that written down, you wouldn't be able to figure it out. But once you write something down, by the techniques of surveillance in our country and also by magic techniques, someone can figure it out. I'm going to take this and put it right here, and Teller's going to raise it up. Now, there's about 500 of you in the audience. I don't want to pick one of you to do this, but decide among yourselves. You can draw straws or do rock, paper, scissors, but pick one person in the audience to stare at that bottle for the whole trick, okay? It'll be important while the rest of us watching this trick. Now, you said you would give up your real password, okay? And we only want 8 digits. Is your password longer than 8 digits?
No, I have one that's 8.
8 characters?
Yes.
Okay. Give us your 8-character password right here, Snowden, would you please?
Capital S.
Capital S.
I. Lowercase I.
Okay, there you go.
Lowercase L.
O.
B.
E.
Lowercase v.
Okay, good.
E. R. 1.
1. How do you pronounce that?
Sue ever won.
See, I ever won. Now, this is not, as you know, a perfect password, because in here you have the word ever, right, which could be searched, which would give you only these other 4 to figure out. So we're going to replace 3 of the characters here. You pick which 3 of the characters in your real password you want to replace.
I's and the E's.
The I and the E's, and the 2 E's we'll take out right there. Now, that'll make us an unbreakable password. We're going to replace 2 of those with numbers. And the way we get random numbers in Vegas is with tumbling dice. Here you go. Throw these back to me right now, would you please? Just throw them back. Bounce them around, throw them right back up here. Tumbling dice right up here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And Snowden, I don't want to even touch these. I want you to see I'm doing it all fair. What number is that, Snowden?
6.
That's a 6. Where would you like that 6 to go? Which one do you want to replace? The last E?
Yes.
The 6 right there. And this one way over here, Snowden. Watch me, so I'm doing nothing tricky. I'm picking this up. I'm leaning it forward. What number is that, Snowden?
A 3.
A 3 right there. Okay? And where do you want that 3 to go, Snowden? 3 right there. Now, we need a mark of punctuation, okay? Any sort of mark of punctuation, question mark, quotation marks, anything. I'm gonna pick, well, I just quoted the Rolling Stones. You're wearing a Sticky Fingers t-shirt right there. Give me any mark of punctuation you want.
Question mark.
A question mark, he says. We'll put the question mark right there. Now, there's our unbreakable password, S3O question mark V6R1. That's a pretty good, pretty deep password. Now, if you need a quick down and dirty password, one of the things you can use is your porn name. the name you use when you do pornographic videos. And the way you generate your porn name is very easy. Your first name, your given name, is the name of a pet you had when you were a child. And the last name, the surname, is the name of the street you grew up on. You can generate it really quickly that way, remember it really quickly, and it's pretty hard to break. For instance, in my case, when I was a child, we had a kitty cat by the name of Ron, and we grew up on Jeremy Street. So that's the way you would generate your porn name, just like that. Now, Snowden, I want you to come over here, take this piece of plastic with me, and take that side that says stage right. Hold that in your left hand, if you would, please. Your left hand, and kind of center it under there. Now, someone in the audience tonight has been staring at that bottle. It just went up and down, nothing else changed. Watch this carefully, Snowden. Watch it very, very carefully through the plastic, Snowden. Now, Snowden, I don't need to tell you that Teller is one of the finest sleight of hand artists in the world. I do a little magic myself. Also, I play upright bebop bass, and I'm a juggler. Let me ask you something, Snowden. Are you a brain surgeon?
No.
Okay, you have the least to lose. Reach into the broken glass. Right there. Big white piece of paper there. Pull that out there, Snowden. I want you to see this, Snowden. My hands are empty. With me, open that out. And you take that side and put it right over your old password, and we'll see the unbreakable password. S3O_V6R1. That's your new password, totally unbreakable. Thank you so much. Edward Snowden, American hero right there. Edward Snowden.
This is Vegas, so you know we could go all night, but CW has cut us off. So rest up and come back for more Fool Us next week.